Okay, so share screen. Awesome. Brilliant. So yeah, thank you guys for joining this evening. And for everyone who's going to watch it on playback. My name is Ed and I'm the founder of Trail Pursuit. And tonight we're going to go through the Greece adventure in detail. And yeah, take you all through it. We did a recce recently, which was unbelievable. And you're going to absolutely love it. So without further ado, let's dive in. So yeah, for anyone who is brand new to Trail Pursuit, this is a slide that's just to give you an overview. So Trail Pursuit, we launched in July 2020, and really wanted to make trail running races and experiences more accessible to more people. And this shot here on the bottom left is an event we held in the Lake District, which was our first event, and it brought a lot of people together, kind of just after COVID. And it was a really, really good guiding point. And we've kind of grown our community and hosted run clubs and also adventures abroad to places like Norway, Croatia. We've got Morocco up and coming. And yeah, they vary in what we offer. Some is more trail running, others trail running and hiking and surfing, and depending on the location, but it's very community focused. And yeah, really our mission is to create a unique trail running experiences for all levels of runner. And yeah, we really believe, anyone, shape, size, age, background, can run and enjoy running and all the benefits that it gives us, which kind of leads on to our values and what we believe in. So yeah, we've got these 5 core values: community, adventure, equality, the environment, and family friendly. And yeah, we kind of touch on all of these within all of our races and also trips abroad, in terms of just the benefits and the enjoyment that you can get from being outdoors, sharing it with other people. And we're all running and exploring and adventuring for different reasons. For some it's fitness, others it's to connect with others or to kind of challenge themselves in a new environment or try something new. And really, the benefits you get from an adventure cannot be beaten. And I know myself and the wider team, and some of the guys listening have connected and made a lot of good friendships all over the UK and beyond. So yeah, diving into Greece. So we've got 2 trips. One is in April and one is in October 2024. It's a 7-day multi-sport adventure. So if you're someone who loves fitness and a variety of sports and kind of trying new things and exploring new places by different modes, then yeah, this is definitely one for you. We've recently been on a recce a couple of weeks ago, and we've chosen Crete, the island of Crete, which is the largest of the Greek islands to host the trip. And there really is, stunning natural landscapes. There's an incredible mix of kind of mountainous scenery and coastal spots, very friendly locals. And it just means that it's perfect for kind of outdoor activities and trying multiple sports. Obviously you can see these guys here wild swimming. And yeah, it's got a Mediterranean climate, so it is, it does get very good weather. The April date will be, that will be kind of around 20-21 degrees. So things begin to come alive, especially the nature, and the sun begins to warm up. And then by October, it's a little bit warmer, 25-26, and the sea is a lot warmer from the sun. So take that into consideration. And yeah, the food is incredible. And yeah, you'll sample a variety of kind of Greek foods. And the 2 dates we have, as I mentioned, are Saturday the 20th to Friday the 26th of April, and Saturday 12th to the Friday the 18th of October. So yeah, just diving into the itinerary to give you a snapshot. I won't go into every detail just because we'll be here for quite a while, but yeah, it's shaping up to be a really, really good week. So day 1, which will be the Saturday, is arrivals. So there'll be a group collection from Chennai Airport and a transfer to our base in Kissamos. It's about an hour transfer time, so not too long at all. And we ask if you with your flights, if you can book between or arrive between 9 and about 7 p.m. That would be really helpful. And if it is a later flight, if there aren't any available, then just let us know and we'll arrange like an additional transfer. So yeah, Saturday is quite relaxed. You know, you have a little bit of time to explore and swim, or go for a walk, or just get familiar with the setting really, as the team arrives. Where are we? And yeah, there'll be a welcome dinner, and kind of a team briefing in the evening. And we'll be in a beach hotel, which is based in Kissamos, which you'll see in a few slides time. Really, really beautiful spot, which overlooks the ocean. So leading on to day 2. So this is an awesome day. This photo here was from the recce we did a couple of weeks ago, and it's about 12k in distance. And really, it is a mix of trail running and hiking. So you start at sea level, on kind of dirt roads, and it slowly, it goes along the coastal path, and kind of turns into a few narrow, rocky trails. But you go through woodlands, you pass little coves and caves, and you can climb to multiple viewpoints. But yeah, one with the pretty staggering views is overlooking Kissamos Bay, and you get a view of the whole stretch of the coastline. Yeah, loads of wild goats as well, all over the place. And yeah, it just reminded me, one jumped out of a tree as I was running past it, which was quite funny. And yeah, there's loads of opportunities to swim as well, and you do get warm and sweaty, so there's a few great spots that we can go in, and there's lots of people snorkeling, swimming, kind of dotted around, and it's quite a quiet area as well. And yeah, just a really, really nice way to kick off the week. Something that I haven't written on here that we do have the option to do as well in the afternoon, after a lunch. There is possible for kind of a vineyard wine tour or an olive tree tour. So there's a few different options depending on the group dynamic really. Sometimes groups, we have people who don't really drink, others who do, and so yeah, we can kind of play that by ear and make a group decision. So yeah, so day 3. So this will be the Monday. So this is a day sailing adventure, which will be really, really special trip. So you will be out on the water for a full day. This is a private tour primarily to Granvusa Island, which is famous locally for its history of piracy. And yeah, you'll travel to multiple spots, but the colors of Balos Lagoon, which you might have seen on I think it was the first slide, is really, really beautiful. And again, we'll have opportunities to kind of hike, swim, snorkel, and we'll also have a kind of traditional Greek meal cooked on board. And yeah, if you're kind of interested in learning a little bit about sailing, as well, the skipper will be on hand to kind of teach you, and it's just a really, really beautiful kind of scenic day. And then so day 4 we move on to e-bikes, swim and yoga. So this is again a really, really nice route that we recce'd, and you can see me here. We're heading this shot actually is heading back to Kissamos, but before then, so it's about a 3-hour ride, and it's quite nice because you start in Kissamos and you gradually get out into super country, quiet roads, winding roads, and these bikes are electric. You might have seen in some of the communications that they have different modes. So there's eco, tour, sport, and turbo for a real boost, or you can just switch it to off and it just works as a normal mountain bike. But it does mean you can go the distance and see more, and it makes it more accessible for more people. So I was really impressed with them actually. And some of the villages that you'll pass through, you can see old Roman ruins, and we'll kind of hop off the bikes and have a mooch around as well, and just take in the sights. And then it does go off-road, and it kind of winds through a kind of hillside, and it overlooks Falasana Beach, which is where we basically descend into. And there's an awesome, excuse me, an awesome descent to Falasana Beach, which is a really, really long sandy beach where you can swim. If the conditions are, are calm, you'll be able to sup. And yeah, we'll just take a moment and then head for kind of a taverna lunch, which will be provided for us. And then after a little rest, there'll be an afternoon yoga class to help ease your muscles as well. And we'll partner with a local teacher who provides mats and kind of instruction and will guide you through that. So day 5 is, this is the first day of kayaking and snorkeling. So this is a full day on the water, and we basically head to the south coast of Crete this time. And we begin and basically paddle for around 13 to 14k with stops for food and photos and swimming and things like that. For these, you are in teams of 2, so they are 2-man kayaks, which will help help you go further, and you won't get as tired as quickly. And yeah, I mean, the scenery and the colors of the ocean are unbelievable, and it's difficult to put into words until you see it with your own eyes and experience it. But you will go through every shade of blue, and you'll explore little caves and the rocky coastline. And for this day, we're actually heading to a remote cove, which is where we will camp for this evening. And yeah, we'll be camping on a secluded beach, which will be absolutely awesome. We'll have a really nice meal, and we'll have tents and things are provided, so you don't need to worry about them. And it just means you can have one evening fully under the stars, just kind of taking it all in, which leads on to day 6, which is a much shorter kayak. And yes, a short paddle to the village of Aiguilla Rumeli, and from here we'll kind of transition into a hike. And this village is only accessible by sea or hiking over the hills, so it's a really, really nice spot. And from here we begin quite a longish hike for the final day. So it's 19k along the south coast of Crete, primarily following the E4 European long distance path. Excuse me. And yeah, we pass through pine forests, rocky coastline, and we head for the Aradena Gorge, which is it's breathtaking, which has rivers passing through it and lots of vegetation, and it's a very, very beautiful kind of finish day. And especially as you've been kayaking the day before, you then you're back on land for a big final day, before we head to the hotel for a final evening kind of dinner and drinks and things like that. I think that's everything I can think of at the moment. Did anyone have any questions on the itinerary before I move on? Alrighty. So yeah, kit list. This is just to give you guys an idea of the types of things that we recommend. We will give everyone a comprehensive guide, but these are the essentials. So just to do a quick run through, waterproof jacket is definitely essential. So clothing for warm and cold conditions. Sometimes the temperature drops in the evening, so a few layers is always handy. Sports clothes for your running, and something comfortable to be hiking, with your hydration vests as well. Trail running shoes and hiking boots is also recommended. And then things like your swimsuit, quick dry towel, sunglasses, cap and sun cream, light trainers and flip-flops, or water shoes are really, really handy as well, especially if it's rocky in some parts, and you can pick those up quite cheaply, which are really, really handy. Loose fitting hiking shorts, refillable water bottle, small backpack for kind of daytime, money pouch, personal toiletries, medications, and Ziploc dry bags always come in handy as well. And some personal energy snacks. And one thing that we'll need for this is the sleeping bag. So we will provide kind of all the camping equipment, but you'll need to pack a small little sleeping bag for that evening. And then, yeah, obviously not forgetting your travel documentation, insurance and passport. Excuse me. So yeah, moving on to the accommodation. We've got a beach hotel in Kissamos, which overlooks the ocean. It's about honestly about a 30-second walk. So you can, yeah, get some morning swims in, or yeah, evening swims or what have you. It's got a beautiful pool out in the front, with lots of, yeah, deck chairs and kind of chill out areas. There's an outside bar and things like that. And with this, they offer twin and private rooms. So depending on, yeah, with your, if you're coming with someone else or if you're coming alone, for the twin rooms, we typically put same sex together, which we, yeah, arrange after, you know, everyone's booked. If you want private room, obviously that would be, yeah, you'd have your own separate space. And yeah, for the for the Wednesday evening, this is where we'd be on the secluded beach camping. So obviously they would be normal, I think three-man tents for 2 people off the top of my head. So that's just for one evening. And yeah, just to touch on kind of the qualified international mountain leaders that we partner with. So typically, yeah, Trail Pursuit guides will pick you up from the airport and host the trip, introduce themselves. They're always super passionate and knowledgeable, and they have all the necessary kind of qualifications to host the trip in terms of first aid, safety management, driving, kayaking, vehicle, you know, minibus qualifications and things like that. And for this one, we're actually going to have two. Excuse me. We're going to actually have 2 guides. We've limited it to 12 people, so there is a maximum of 12 people on each trip. And we'll have 2 guides as a minimum. And yeah, they're there to support you, to guide you. They know the routes very well. And we've carved out the itinerary together, and yeah, they're just a great part of the team. In terms of food, so yeah, food, we will be having a variety. We can accommodate for all dietary types. At time of booking, you're able to put in if you have any specialist requirements. And yeah, things that are going to help us stay fueled whilst doing multiple sports. So pastas, vegetables, eggs, meats. Greek food is absolutely delicious and often very fresh. So yeah, you will really enjoy that. Excuse me. And yeah, water, tea, and coffee. So yeah, each day a large breakfast. So there's kind of a buffet style breakfast. You can have yeah, as much as you like. You can also take things as additional snacks if you need to throughout the day. And also snacks will be provided by us throughout the trip as well. So there'll be a lot of food going around. And then yeah, the way Greeks tend to eat is they'll have like an earlier or a late afternoon taverna lunch, and that is a big spread. And we were kind of blown away. And that includes things like meats and pastas and potato and things like that, like really, really tasty food. And yeah, that will include 1 drink as well. So moving on to FAQs, and yeah, I'll just whiz through these. I know some of you have kind of emailed and asked various questions. How fit do I need to be? So it is a multi-sport adventure trip, and definitely being active and fit is key. You know, if you're already running and hiking a little bit, and you're already, you know, you've tried some of the activities before, that will put you in a really, really good position. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a quick water. And to support you with that, we'll be providing kind of a training plan. So it'll give you certain exercises you could consider adding into your training, so that you arrive in good shape. And also the way we've curated the itinerary, certain day will be the first day is running, for example, and then you're on the boat, and there's some swimming and hiking, and then there's the cycling. So it's kind of spread to make you get the most out of the trip and keep your bodies as fueled as possible. Are solo travelers welcome? Definitely. I'd say 75% of our guests are solo travelers, aged between 23 to 50. This group here, with how many are 5 of them, that was in Norway. That was a really young group. They were awesome. And then the group below was in a shot in Croatia, and that was really mixed. Really nice group of people who have honestly become really good friends. And we've done a couple of reunions, and just a real nice mix of people. But at the same time, we've had father and son, we've had mother and son, we've had a whole mix. We even had a whole family on one trip. But on the whole, it tends to be solo travelers who looking to connect with other people and just try something different. You might not have friends who can get away at the same time, or friends who are super active, or what have you. So it's a really good way to connect with other people. So activities included on the trip. So as we've just been through on the itinerary, we've got the trail running, there's plenty of swimming, there's hiking, there's an e-bike tour, there's the option to sup potentially if the conditions allow on the Falasana beach. We've got the 2 days kayaking as well, and we've got the yoga. I think that's everything off the top of my head, but there's a real mix, and you will not be bored, that's for sure. Can you accommodate for all dietary types? Yes, we certainly can. We just have to note that down when you at time of booking, and if you have any certain requirements, or if there's things you can eat, can't eat, or any kind of health issues in general, excuse me, then do let us know. And also, if you want to have a phone call and kind of talk it through, or if there's anything specific, just let us know. I haven't kayaked or e-biked before. Will I be okay? Yes is the answer, especially for kayaking, because it is 2-man. So we would, in theory, buddy you up with someone who is experienced and could help you and teach you. But at the same time, it might be worth getting a lesson or getting out on the water beforehand, just to build a little bit of confidence and kind of familiarity in the water. And the same with e-biking. We'd recommend getting some practice on a mountain bike at least. Not necessarily, doesn't need to be an e-bike by any means, but just to build confidence, and that will help you for the rest of the trip. Are sleeping bags and equipment included? So sleeping bags aren't included. We do need to bring those in our suitcases or backpacks, whichever you have. But in general, all the other equipment is included that I can think of off the top of my head. Kayak gear, e-bikes, safety equipment, things like that. Can I arrive before the trip begins and stay a few days afterwards? Yes, this is quite common. If people want to extend their trip, they'll either arrive a day or 2 before, or probably more often have 2 or 3 days afterwards, if they've got the time and they want to extend the trip afterwards. So you can arrange that. You just need to let us know your flight details, and we'll kind of coordinate as well, meet times, and just so you're super clear on where we're meeting before and on the final day as well. Where do we fly into distance to start point? So this is Chennai Airport, and it's about an hour to Kissamos, so it's not too far at all. There are frequent flights with EasyJet and British Airways. So you'll need to check if they fly from where you're based in the country or in Europe. How many people per trip? So we have, for this trip, it's a maximum of 12. So it is a maximum of 12 people for this one. We'll have 2 guides to kind of support the group. Do I need travel insurance? Yes, definitely. Yes, we require everyone on our trips abroad to have travel insurance. Yeah, that is an absolute must, just for your own safety. It can also help if, you know, in the past someone has injured themselves or hurt themselves and they're not able to do the trip, or a couple of days before something happens, and it means that they can often claim the trip back through their travel insurance. And then obviously whilst you're on the trip, it covers you for certain things. You'll Sports Direct cover is the one that we recommend. But again, if you want to speak that through or look at your options, we can help you with that. Are twin or private rooms provided? Yes, so there's both of those options. As mentioned, twin will be you'll be matched with one other person of the same sex. Private rooms, you'll have your own space. Any questions there before I move on?
Yeah, Ed, see when we go to the beach for camping,
Yes.
do we have to take all of our stuff with us?
No, so we'll just need things for the following day. But we'll basically have it transported to our meet point. So at the end of the kayak, we'll have our things kind of delivered, if that makes sense. But then if you need anything taken out of your bags, you'll be able to collect it there. Otherwise, they'll be transported to the hotel.
Specifically, do we need to take the sleeping bags on the kayaks?
We will be taking those, but they won't be on our individual kayaks. They'll be on like they'll be transported on a larger kayak, which will be taken for us.
Okay. I just had images of tipping the kayak.
Yeah, no, because we'll be taking sort of a few like pieces of cooking equipment and the tents as well. So yeah, they'll all be packed together. Cool.
And are we going back to the same hotel afterwards?
So it's a different hotel on the final evening. Yeah, so it will be in Chennai, which will be nearer to the airport. So yeah, just to do a quick run through of what's included and isn't. So for our Trailpursuit Greece trip, we have 2 international mountain leader guides to support the group. So all the transport in Greece, so from when you arrive at the airport through to the end of the trip, for various trips that we need to take together, that will be included. So 5-night hotel accommodation and 1-night beach camping. So there's the trail run on the Sunday, which will work out between 10 and 15k, but it includes primarily trail running, but there'll be a few stints of hiking where it gets a little bit more technical. The full day sailing experience when we're out on the water. The hike on the final day is around 19k. And again, we put them in brackets because it's also dependent on weather and the group dynamic and the energy levels of the group, so there is a little bit of flexibility there to kind of tweak routes and make sure it's just right. The e-bike adventure is that's about 3 hours with breaks as well, so it does pad out and you see a tremendous amount. It's a really, really beautiful route. So the kayaking is included, the yoga class with teacher and mats. There's loads of opportunities to swim, so if you do love swimming, pack your goggles, and the water's so fresh and clear, you'll absolutely love it. Breakfast and 1 main meal. So as mentioned, they do tend to have 1 larger meal sort of late afternoon or early afternoon, after lunch, maybe around 3 o'clock. which is, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful food. It's very tasty, but it does mean you have something smaller in the evening. But again, there's kind of flexibility there to get a few extra things. And lastly, yeah, the equipment. So all the sea kayaks, the e-bikes, the yogas, snorkeling gear, and also safety gear. And an awesome lady I met actually a couple of weeks ago. She's a lady called Helen, who's an ultra runner and trail running guide. And whilst we were there, she was completing a 250k charity ultra run, which we kind of cheered her on for. And she's, yeah, really, really lovely girl. And she'll lead the trail run for us. Knows the area really well, and lives in Crete. And yeah, I guess one of the other main points is the fact that all the logistics and kind of the route planning is taken care of, and obviously all the equipment and things like that. So it does mean you don't have to worry about what we're doing, arranging things, and it's all laid out for you, and you can just get stuck in to the adventure. And you obviously meet, I should probably add this, you'll meet some incredible people, and yeah, make some new friendships and just have some awesome times together. And what's not included, yeah, so flights, travel insurance, and any additional food and alcohol. Excuse me. And so, yeah, so pricing for the twin room and everything that's included is 1,780, and the private room is 2,115. So we do have 3 kind of payment options just to keep it super simple. Option A is probably the most popular. So there's a £200 deposit, and then you're able to spread the rest over 5 monthly installments. And then option B, you're able to pay 20% deposit and the balance by the 1st of February 2024, or you can pay in full. And then, yeah, with the book with confidence, there is a 14-day cooling off period. And if Travel Pursuit does have to cancel or postpone the trip for any reason, you can either be credited to a future trip or receive a full refund. And yeah, we've curated this to show you guys the vibrant island of Crete, which is the largest of the Greek islands. It is an incredible place, and we want you to have a wonderful time. And yeah, these are a few testimonials that we've received over the summer, which we're really proud of, from people from all over. So Katie here, she is from Ireland. She was on the Norway trip. Caroline, yeah, did a second kind of adventure with us in Croatia and really enjoyed it. And yeah, Lauren from South Africa. Yeah, really nice to see this, because obviously it makes all the hard work worth it, and just the yeah, people loving their adventures. And it is a big team effort, and that's something as well you do quickly form as a team, and obviously Diana, who's on the call, can attest to this. It's yeah, you do form a little team, and you kind of support each other, and you also meet some really interesting characters, which makes it all worth it. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys, and do let me know if you have any other questions, and we are recording this, so we'll be sending this recording out tomorrow to anyone who's yet to watch it. But yeah, thank you for listening.
I don't think I have any questions.
No more questions?
No, I don't think I have any more questions. I think I know too much.
Okay, that's a good sign. Yeah, well, as I say, I'll send this out tomorrow, because yeah, a lot of people are traveling, eating, training. So if you do have any questions in the lead up to it, let me know.
Indeed. I mean, I really want to come in April. Going to bully my friend this weekend.
Yeah, good luck with the conversation, and I'll chat with you later this week. It feels like a Thursday, but it's actually only Tuesday. So
Indeed.
yeah, we'll catch up later this week.
No worries. Catch you later,
Thanks,
Ed.
guys.
Thanks very much. Bye now.